Sorry, guys, we couldn't afford Raven to be on the actual show. I ran out of money.
Yeah, if you guys subscribe to our Patreon and pledge, then we can get him on.
If we reach the platinum tier, we can afford Raven.
Yeah, we can just pay him instead of getting him having to go to work.
DLC?
Yeah.
No.
He's downloadable caster.
He's become from original caster to DLC now.
Yeah, downloadable caster.
Downloadable caster. Oh my
No,
god.
or the joke would just be like, alright, guys, I got Raven. Hey, card, it's Terra Strong. Yes.
But I wanted Raven.
You got Raven. Oh, no.
No, I get the joke.
No, you get Raven from That's So Raven.
I thought you were going for the Raven from Teen Titans.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Basically,
I
get
thought you guys
every
were talking-
other Raven.
I thought you guys were talking about Vulcan Raven from Metal Gear Solid.
Jesus Christ, this has
Just-
gone off the rails already.
Schwa that roll call.
Yep.
No!
Cue the roll call.
What is it?
We are live! Mike! Zenkaigan! Connect. Loading. Broadcast. Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive. Greycaster. Late.
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Goldcaster Garza.
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange Caster, Global Salt Perka.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 285.
Pokemon.
Blaze, Pokemon.
Blaze. It's a Blaze.
We already passed
Yeah, we already
Blaziken.
did Blaziken.
Oh,
Shroomish.
Shroomish, yeah! Oh, it's Onion.
I'm gonna name you
I'm gonna
Onion.
name you Onion.
It's from an animated
It's from
on
Jaden
YouTube.
Animation's
She-
Nuzlocke video.
Yeah,
It's
she
fucking
did Nuzlocke
good.
because she animated the entire thing. She got Shroomish and named it
I'm
Onion.
gonna call you Chad. Oh, you're female? Did I stutter?
She caught a tentacle, smelled it.
You guys don't need to sub to Jaden,
Squidward.
but watch her Nuzlocke video is the funniest 20 minutes you'll ever fucking have.
Oh, wait, let me find it quickly. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
While you do that, so for those who might be listening to us for the first time, thank you for tuning in and giving us a little look-see.
Also, why would you start with episode 285?
Gargle of...
Gaggle.
Oh, it's a gaggle, right?
I'm a gargle.
We're a
No,
lanelet.
you're Garza.
Alright, I'm Garza.
We're a lanelet of Toronto-based tokusatsu enthusiasts.
Lanelet? We actually renamed my island Lanelet.
Yeah.
There we are.
We're a little bit behind on here, but I remember in one of the towns in Hoenn, there was like a secret word people would talk about, and you could make the phrase anything.
Oh
you
yeah,
wanted.
that was fun.
And they'd be like,
And
whoa!
for some reason, the one I got was invincible Shroomish, so that has become sort of like a joke about Shroomish being invincible. So
Cool.
Gargle of Tokusatsu Lanes.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to hear about your fanfics about Ultra Ranger.
I don't want to hear about you gargling Lane. Let's move on.
I'm seeing
God.
fanfics of us, though. That's
Oh, what
interesting.
the
Don't open those floodgates.
As I'm moving over
If
to
you
this
guys
side
have
of the
any
couch.
fanfics of Castranger, please
Oh,
send
God.
them our way.
Send them to
my
Lane
way,
and no
then
one
I'll
else.
distribute them
No.
to these guys as I see fit.
No.
He's gonna freaking guilt us with them.
Oh God, it started already.
So today...
We get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing,
A third thing, which may also be Kamen Rider. or
which may
Super
also be
Sentai.
one of the above, which may or may not.
So you get double the
And,
toku sometimes.
While you're here, if you're hungering for food, why don't you skip the dishes and use our code in the description for $5 off your first order?
Blaze, what you just said, I want you to post that on one of those websites where you type it in and then an
where
AI
the AI
takes over and
writes
makes
the
a whole
story?
story. I want to see what the context, the rest of that story is after that sentence. Do
Oh
it.
God!
Yeah!
Oh man!
We're doing this!
Tokusatsu Lane?
Lane walks centrally over to Bill Hazard. The
Oh,
rest is
this
I
is
history.
good.
have it open always now.
Oh Jesus! This is gonna be
So I'm
amazing.
gonna put it in right now just to see what happens in this.
I promise we won't go to the full story, but just
Yeah, nothing longer than a couple sentences.
Yeah.
All right.
It probably won't be much longer than a couple sentences.
Yeah.
So
Before we move on to what we're actually talking about,
All right.
I want to mention something here.
It went in an interesting direction.
So typically, my thought has been to release episodes of our show, the extra episodes on Sunday and the Castranger episodes on Monday. The reason we were doing that is because I used to not be the one editing the shows, and I would give us a buffer to have whoever was editing our show time to do what they have to do. It's been a long time since we had someone else editing. I've been doing the editing myself because I've streamlined the process to an insane degree. So what we're going to try doing is releasing episodes of both shows on the channels on Saturday. The reason I feel that is worth doing is episodes of the new tokusatsu shows air basically our equivalent Saturday night because it's Sunday morning in Japan.
Yep.
So I figure maybe having episode discussions out before the next episode airs would probably be prudent.
Yeah, no, because like we might say stuff and then it happens.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's Ultra Ranger in a nutshell. We
That's
talked
true.
about something like it already happened.
Okay, so this week we're talking.
I'm not 100% finished yet. No, that's fine. So what I think might be fun going forward, if you're listening to this episode after it's released on Saturday, the day it comes out, before the next episode airs, I would like to declare you a premium cast fan. So if you are one of such people, make sure to post in the comments and let us know.
All right. So this week we're talking about 01 episode 27, Kiramager episode 2, and Mr. Garza or Akiello, whoever the fuck you are these days.
And of course, everyone in our Discord is obviously premium because they're listening to us live.
Yeah, you guys are the true premium.
And since this is our 4th Super Sentai tribute episode of the year,
Oh god, was this time for Akiello?
it is time for Akayello.
God damn it, I forgot.
AKA the George Decay of Castranger. So today, for our tribute, we are talking about the old final season of the 1970s,
The screens are flipping around.
which is, of course, Battle Fever J.
I think I caught the fever watching this.
But we'll discuss more about that later.
Oh god.
Oh, right, that.
Oh, okay, Ichi, quickly.
I'll scroll up and read it.
Oh, well, I wanted to read it because it's my story.
Oh, you know what? Take my phone.
Well, it's right here.
Oh.
It's right here.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Hold on.
Lane walked sensually over to build hazardous containers. The placement would stay close. He had hope but fear. The storm started to rain. The trees were wiped out. He started to pull off his coverings, grunting to find himself in front of dining room. Felt like it was an act of God.
Fear felt like...
Other housekeepers came in to open windows. Danby's minions.
Who's Danby?
That's a kitchen equipment company.
Oh.
Moved in with their heels up, eating Montana food. The pulpit was carrying firewood.
Is this like your rival to Denny's?
I guess.
Coming to wage war in your turf?
Oh my god, this is even better!
No, it's when you can't afford the licensing for Denny's.
It's Danby.
Well,
That's
so much
Danby's.
better, you have to read it!
Okay, go down.
Oh my goodness. Ugh.
Okay.
Let me read this one.
Alright.
Okay.
Lane walked sensually over to build hazard. The two of them smiled like lovers. It was a bold move, but most of the Cybermen weren't wearing makeup. They looked like the typical lumpy on their skin entity they were.
Whoa.
Even so, they weren't blondes.
Yeah.
And Lane held a pistol with the blade up. So it's a gunblade?
Yeah, it's a good play.
I guess.
I got it.
Build Hazard was a lanky young man. His hair was down to his shoulders, and he had a casual face, though he had cheekbones sharp enough to cut through a wall.
Yep.
In a play on words, he was called the Don. He took a step away from Lane. Can I help you?
Yes, Lane said, I'm new here and I need your...
Did you censor something, or did it actually end there?
That's how it ends. It just ends randomly.
What the... Whoa.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Okay. Huh.
More Zoodra
ABC.
Zoodra Player 2 alts.
There we go. We made our own Castranger fanfic.
God, what have you unleashed?
Alright, you guys talk about 01 while I read.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't we see the Raider transformations anymore?
So this is part 2 of the firefighting competition. And it starts with exactly where we left off, where we have to rescue the Hedon idiots from the actual burning building now.
It was a pretty intense fucking episode, though, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of cool stuff happened, and, like, a lot of lessons were learned. Yua was almost this fucking close to kind of, like, saying fuck you to Guy, but then Guy put her back in her place, which I feel like actually kind of angered me a bit.
I feel like this is heading towards a rebel moment.
Like, I understand how Tom is feeling now. Like, it just, like, Yua is a very strong female character, and she's just, like, in Guy's grip, and she needs to get out of there.
Like, I'm genuinely wondering if maybe there's a reason she hasn't already. Like, maybe he's, like, got some dirt on her or something?
I don't know.
Maybe he's blackmailing her?
I don't know.
Maybe it'll be explained in the,
Emily, are you still there?
Yes, I am still there.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So here's the Aruto face of the week. Because, like, it was funny. We were watching the whole episode, and I'm like, I don't see anything that, like, looks like it'd be a good one. And then this showed up, and I was like, oh, fucking perfect.
Get it? He's gagging on his gags.
Oh,
goodness.
gagging on my own rage.
Yep.
Which, actually, that was funny, where he accidentally made a joke.
No, he was just, like, so depressed that he said it, but he wasn't, like, putting it into his delivery. And I gotta say, I actually appreciate that, because I've gotten really tired of him yelling them all.
Yeah, and Izu just, like, was that a joke? And
I was really hoping that, like, after he said it, she would just go, Aruto-chan, Naito? In, like, an effort to cheer him up.
Yeah. Like, it was really cute. So, like, Guy decides last minute, make rules, okay, whoever saves the vice president, his assistant, and Siesta will win the contest.
So it's exactly what we thought it was at the start of the contest, which we didn't like.
Yeah.
Making this
episode actually, like, was surprisingly dark and went places. I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, especially when you go up to the people in the building, and the crony dude is just like, I'm sorry, Vice President, I'm going ahead of you.
Okay,
I'm like, oh my god!
Blaze. Are you saying Guy isn't that powerful, or Thouser isn't that powerful? I just want to clarify on that.
Guy has such a shit-eating grin at all parts of the episode that, like, it's impossible that he just doesn't have some hidden cards, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm not calling him by his fucking name, because I don't want to say that.
Who's his name?
The Kiramagers.
Ichi Kyunosuke?
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Just call him 119.
I'll just call him Ichi.
Someone was named like 911 Lee.
It's 119, which is Japan's version of 911.
Yeah, 911.
I'll just
It's
call him.
weird that that's reverse.
Well, they're on the other end of the globe.
I'll just call him QQ. So
QQ.
So QQ, he goes with the captain, and so, like, they find where they are, but they're like, there's a big stone, like, pillar thingy trapped in front of the door, and, like, he scans the door and he sees them there, but he's like, there's no way we can get to them. Like I can't do anything. And then even, like, the Homura just goes, yeah, no, we can't do anything. And then literally QQ just, like, looks over at him and goes, no, we're gonna fucking do this, because you taught me it doesn't matter.
I got this, bro!
You called me, you said I wasn't a firefighter if I didn't consider the chance of trying to save them, even if they weren't alive.
He basically steps in front of him and goes, suck my robot dick, and then lifts up the concrete and lets himself get burned to a crisp, straight up Detroit style.
It has, like, Terminator vibes with, like, the skin half off.
Yeah! No, that's totally what that was!
All we were missing was the thumbs up.
I have a learning processor, learning computer.
Fuck! But yeah, so he sacrifices himself by moving the rock out of the way so that Homura can rescue the Hedon idiots.
Yeah, but it was really cool just, like, seeing, like, his skin, like, coming off, and you saw, like, a Kiramager underneath, and then it just literally ends with just him, like, staying still, holding up this pillar.
He's just like, I got it! No problem!
So, Fua decides to, like, go run in and, like, get after, like, go help.
Yeah, I gotta say, Fua was a fucking badass this episode.
Yeah. And so he grabs Yua to, like, go with him, and, like, Guy's just like, no, you're staying the fuck here. Like,
she works for me now,
and Fua just goes, fuck your titles, fuck you, it doesn't matter, lives are a goddamn stake, and, like, grabs her anyway, and I'm just like, yeah! Fua! Good job, man! Way to say fuck you to Guy.
So yeah, they go into the burning building, and Lane and I were both saying, like, he's in a burning building, why doesn't he henshin so the suit can, like, protect him from the fire?
Yeah, so when you see you and Fua, like, show up where they are in the building, like, I think they should have just been henshin as Vulcan and Valkyrie, because, like, that would have been really nice.
Or at least, like, they get in and they're like, oh man, it's too hot, we need our suits, and then we see them henshin in the fire.
Oh yeah, and then he, like, pours, like, a bucket of water on himself.
Oh my god, Fua Ice Bucket challenged himself!
Yeah, so I'm like...
Fire's weak to water!
Well, yeah, so I'm guessing he did that so he wouldn't be susceptible to fire?
Yeah.
So, like, I guess,
the fire can't touch me if I'm wet!
Like, I have no firefighting experience, so I have no idea if that's, like, a legit good tactic to do. Like, if
fuck it, we're playing Pokemon logic!
Like, if you're gonna go into a burning building, then, like, pour water
dunk your face first!
Well, like... Also, these past two episodes reminded me of just, like, the scene in Spider-Man 2 where, like, he goes to, like, save, like, the baby in the building. But, like, if you watch the YouTube poops, like, he just, like, leaves the baby in there and explodes or, like, escapes off with the baby. It's really funny.
Wasn't that baby, like, Green Goblin, though?
No. That was in the first movie. He was pretending to be, like, a damsel in distress.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But anyways... So then Aruto, like, grabs QQ and, like, he's lifting him, and Yua's just like, well, you could just make a backup of him, like, why do you need to do this? And Aruto's like,
I take care of my employees.
Yeah, he's like, my employees worked hard, I'm proud of them, I'm gonna take care of them. And then we just get this awesome fucking shot of just him, like, carrying him on his back, like, walking out of the building, and I was like, that was fucking awesome!
And I was like,
Like, I have to say, I have a mad respect for Aruto. Like, he cares.
Yeah,
and
there's the shot.
Yeah, he's such a good-hearted fucking person. Like, he is a really good writer-protagonist.
It's just like, yes, it's a really nice and serious scene, but then my brain just looks at the robot getting a piggyback ride and goes, wee.
No.
But anyways,
Wii.exe.
So earlier on, also Aruto, like, he finds the scouting panda raider, at which, like, he's my favorite raider now. Like, he looks so fucking cool,
badass.
Yeah, and so also like his I forgot what it's called, the Hisats.
Scouting Boride?
Yeah, Boride. Okay, I was right. I was thinking the right word. It looked like he fired like a fucking Spartan laser.
Yeah.
Just like, and then like he like turned metal cluster hopper and he like fired a cluster of hoppers into the gun and it like overheated it and exploded.
He like jammed his rockets with bugs.
Yeah, it was fucking sick. and so then like we see who the guy is, but like we don't recognize him, which we find out later he's just like a Zaya employee.
I thought you were gonna lose, so I decided to sabotage him so you would
to be like a good employee, but like, and then he's like, where do you work again?
It's like, which department were you working in? It doesn't matter because you're fired.
Fired. What?
Have you heard?
Fired. That's been memeing around recently.
I can't believe I knew what you were referencing.
Fired.
That was immediately what I thought of too.
From the Cat in the Hat movie, like the kid's mom's boss, he works at like a hand sanitizing company. So
You were fired!
So a new employee, he shakes his hand as he's introducing him, but then he doesn't like being touched, so he immediately fires him.
Jesus!
Just as he started his job, it's just fire. You got. We'll show you the clip later. It's funny.
It's fired.
Okay.
Yeah, he has like this speech impediment where he says fired weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll show you the clip later. It's funny.
Anyway.
So he apparently stole a Raid Riser from Zaya, and so that
this is where everyone finds out that Zaya made the Raid Risers.
Yeah, and then Izuku goes, "Oh yeah, I recognize that because the aim shot riser is designed just like that." So
did no one else notice that all of the Raiders' pants looked exactly like Vulcan and Valkyries?
No,
that was what I noticed immediately. The pants on the the like legs on the suits of all the Raiders are the exact same pants from Vulcan and Valkyrie's suits, and I guess Jin's suit now too.
Yeah,
the ride pants.
So yeah, we as I said before, Zaya did help give Ames all their shit. So
gasp! Guy and Zaya are fucking behind everything. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, so they confront the hell out of Guy about this, and Guy just goes, "I don't give a shit."
No. What he says is that the Raid Risers are apparently, according to him, civilians' ways of fighting back against the Kiramagers that he's so confident are going to end humanity.
So that'd be cool if we later on in the show just see regular,
people becoming raiders.
Yeah, civilians becoming raiders and stuff.
En masse.
This is plot and writer that I love when a company's involved and they mass produce a bunch of belts and then they give them out.
Goku drivers,
so it's
the
Goku
Riot
driver, the freaking Chronicle game. I love those plot
the Zek
lines.
Troopers, the Riot Troopers.
The mass produced mock drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. That's what I like in Rider when they have a corporation because it makes it more interesting.
We can blame them for everything.
Exactly.
Naruto as a leader and Guy as a leader, because Naruto really cares about everyone in the company, Kiramagers and human alike, and Guy seems to be playing this chess game with everyone, and we don't entirely know why yet.
We don't know why yet.
Yeah, but it can't just be for money and stuff. There has to be some bigger thing.
No, he clearly has some sort of deep-seated hatred of the robots, and I think I'm willing to put money that a lot of it, if not all of it, is just because he got shafted as being Korinosuke's successor.
What if he is a Kiramagers? Guy. That's why
that would be such a cheap twist.
No, but wouldn't that be so funny if he would That's why he hates him so much because he also is one.
No, I don't think so. And
then how else would he be eternally 24?
Because he's a rich asshole. He can afford a good makeup department,
like a plastic surgeon.
I
guess so.
I don't think he's human either, but I don't know exactly what he is.
Yeah, you know what? I won't say it's impossible that there's some freaky deaky goings on regarding Guy, because as much as it's easy to chalk it up to, he's a rich guy with a good makeup department, this show is almost never that simple with things.
Yes, sir.
There's a joke I want to say, but then again, it's racist.
The reason I don't think it's going to be the twist that he's a Kiramagers is we already had that twist with Jin and Horobi.
Oh, that they were Kiramagers?
Yeah.
Also, I'll still clarify, Guy is one of my favorite characters in the show. I don't agree with a lot of shit he does, but that's why it makes him an interesting character because of how much of an asshole he is. He is a shitty human being.
That just means he's a well-written character.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's just interesting because he's a well-written character. He's also a really freaking cool rider. Nothing beats that fucking 1,000 destruction kick he did where he fucking stomped on Vulcan.
Because I feel a lot of Guy's true agenda is still secluded, I don't think I can make a judgment on him as from a writing standpoint yet, because right now he just seems like a cartoony, I'm in charge and I'm going to take you down.
Yeah.
Because so far he seems kind of shallow, but I'm sure there's more to his motive that we don't know yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to withhold judgment, but I will say that I'm not enjoying him.
All right.
I don't like Guy. I don't like Thouser.
You don't love to hate him?
Not even that.
Okay. That's fair. So that's interesting that they're trying so hard to expose this Guy for who he is, and then so he transforms into Thouser, and then
because they're oh well, you're responsible for all this. Oh yeah, where's your proof? And Fua pulls out the Zai spec that they pulled from Panda, and Thouser's well, I'm going to have to ask you to give that back, you bastard little doggy. And then Fua and Guy get into a fight.
Yeah, so it's
I'm kind of sad that we skipped their henshins.
It's kind of it was just
Oh,
the transition was neat where they transformed and then went off camera and then they were fighting.
the one part they showed us was the zoom in on Guy's brake horn or Caucasus key, and for some fucking reason, whoever shot that decided to keep the key itself out of focus, and that really bugged me.
Well, no, it wasn't focused.
No, it was not.
No. At first it was, and then it focused onto Guy's face. That it was a transition.
You can't see his face; it's behind the key.
No, I could see it. It was part of it. It was just a transition shot. It was like, oh, here's the key.
What would have
Guy.
made sense is if his face was next to the key and focused, and then when he activates it and the key opens and covers his face, then you focus on the key.
Well, then you know what, Ichi? You go down to Japan, go to Toei, you can start filming 01 and make it however you want.
Oh yeah, and there's artwork of 01 Burning Falcon.
It's cool, I guess. I don't know. I just never really liked the Falcon design on it.
Oh, and someone recolored it to the pink color from Flying Falcon.
Yeah, I've never really been a fan of like Falcon 01. But
yeah,
in terms of 01's like main forms, I like Rising Hopper and Freezing Bear. Those are the two best.
Yep. All right, what else?
Oh yeah, so like guys like, oh well, my guys got them out, so I win, and then like
at the last moment, Homura's like, nope, I only got them out because Ichi Kyunosuke moved the rock, so they should get the win.
Yeah, like Kiramagers are really awesome.
True, you probably should get the win.
Yeah.
So then they fight a bit and stuff like that, and then Jin comes out of fucking nowhere, and he's like. I need my daddy's key back, please.
I'm here to pick up the poison key.
Yeah, my dad's angry that you stole his key.
So Jin's henshin in this shot is fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that.
He explodes into flames everywhere.
I love the camera angles they went with, and then when he henshins, the whole fucking place lights on fire, and I love that.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
It was very clearly not CG fire.
We need more riders like that affect the environment.
They actually look like they set little fires around.
Yeah. Oh man, that was good.
Oh yeah.
We got some nice close-ups on the Slash Riser. And then they don't even show us the full effect of Burning Falcon. We just get this really nice up angle of Jin, and we just watch it happen around him. I like that.
Yeah, so like Guy and Jin are fighting, and like Guy's doing like the best he can, but like
it's about time for Thouser to get his shit kicked in again.
It's still like Burning Falcon's like debut illness, so like of course he has like
3 episodes later.
Yeah, he still has like the.
It's a close fight though. They finish it with like a double cross counter kick. And it honestly looks like Jin went for the dick.
Also, Thouser tried to like jack his powers, but like it didn't work. Yeah. So he just like Jin's like, no, bitch, fuck you. So yeah, but then he manages to get the Zaya spec, and he's just like,
he crushes it.
And then yeah, he gets the Jin gets the Sting Scorpion key and like brings it over to Horby. He's like, you got Dad, I love you, bye.
I got your thing, Daddy. I love you. I'm going off to college.
But yeah, I hope that like in the summertime, like Horby gets a power up. Like he really needs one.
Yeah.
Because like, it's shame to say I was excited for Horby when like he first showed up in the show, and like he just has not done much other than just like sit in the chair and be like, Arc is everything. I
love the leader.
Yes, I love the leader.
He has changed quite a lot.
Would you happen to be interested in a Kiramagers? No, but I'll take them back. I'll take them bags of progress keys.
Yeah. So now that the 5-round job competition or whatever the fuck you want to call it is at 2v2, apparently the final contest is going to be a vote on whether or not Daybreak Town should be renovated.
Right?
What a weird, stupid, and oddly anticlimactic way to end this.
Remember, we thought it was gonna be a fight, like.
Right.
Which is better of fighting, but instead it's democracy.
Yeah. I mean, for 2 competing businesses, I guess it makes sense, but it just comes off as anticlimactic.
Oh, what? Having it be like, oh, let's have the people decide.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also next week is about a rapping Kiramagers.
I'm sorry, but the whole thing of let's have the people decide makes this entire thing feel pointless.
Filler arc!
Like I said, I've been enjoying this filler arc.
Like I've mentioned, you guys have all been shitting and complaining about the majority of the writing in this show.
Got me?
Only during this arc.
Only during this arc. You guys have been bitching and complaining about it, and here I am like, what are you talking about? This guy's writing's never been good.
Someone didn't like X-Aid.
Damn right. The only cool thing about it was the first 12 episodes. Then it kind of just went to shit. I at least will admit the designs are still cool for X-Aid. It feels like they just sat on something. So
Yeah, my anger.
Well, hopefully this doesn't bother it. Unless you guys are done talking about 01, right?
Yeah, and so overall it was a pretty good episode, and I like I said, I've been loving this filler arc, and I can't wait to continue.
I'm looking forward to the next plot arc, whatever it's going to be.
We're in the third.
It's probably going to be Jin actually starting to do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
His revolution.
He's going to liberate the robots.
His master plan.
Master plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll find out what his motivation is hopefully soon. Oh no, Guy's motivation more so. I mean, we kind of know what Jin and Horby's motivation is. Roughly.
Alright, guys. Take a sip.
Kiramager!
Oh.
No, like, I was just about to do it, and then, Emily, you said something else, so it kind of hurt my throat a bit. That's alright. Emily, you weren't here last week. So what did you think of
Kiramager episodes 01, 01, 01, 01.
I really like Kiramager, and I have a feeling it's going to be, if not my favorite Sentai that I've seen so far, definitely up there with Kiramager. I love every character in this. I love the villains. I love the way it works. I love the fact that they have sentient talking jewels as their partners that are actually like actively their partners and actually do stuff. Like in the last season we had just Kiramigo and the rest of them basically were just there. But this time they all seem to have their own personalities.
Yeah.
And
it comes off very Go-Andra-like.
It's very, very, and I like the idea of like the power of imagination being able to make stuff happen, even though it is kind of weird that they have never figured this out before, and like Juru's the only one who can. Is his name Juru, or is it actually
It's Jewel?
It's
call him Jewel.
It's Juru, but it's clearly based on the word jewel, so I think we'll just go ahead and call him Jewel.
So it's like the whole light right thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Emily, I can totally see this being a Sentai that like you'll enjoy like the crap out of. So
anything specific you wanted to comment on from the first and 0 episodes?
Garza was pretty cool.
It was just like really nice to watch. Like it felt fun, it felt happy, it felt good. The ending song's amazing.
Fuck yes.
It felt like a super
I really
Sentai.
like the ending song. I'm just really looking forward to finding out more about all the characters, and it's cool that they each have a special talent. I didn't know that was, like, we talked about it on Extra, but I didn't realize it was that much of a part of the show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to admit, though, in these 3 episodes that we've gotten of the Kiramager, it's already way better than Re Soldier. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Like, I commented saying that Re Soldier, it didn't really, like,
Yeah.
I didn't catch on to it really well, but like Kiramager, like, you know, I still I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with the series, but I'm not gonna get into any merch or anything. But like, I've been enjoying myself.
Well, I agree with you on that. That it in 3 episodes it already feels better than Ryu Soldier, simply for the fact of this episode especially. The Rangers go through conflicts.
Yeah, no, that's the one thing that this show already has way more than Ryu Soldier. Each of them is so, like, unique and has a distinct different personality from the other one. other members of the team that they're interesting. I want to know more about them. I want to see what they do. Like, and fascinating.
And the most definitive thing about them compared to not just Ryu Soldier, but a lot of recent Super Sentai is they all have lives.
Yeah.
They have careers. They have their own interests.
And they actually get in the way of being Sentai too.
Exactly. It's so fascinating.
This was basically I have a life. I don't have time to be a Power Ranger episode.
That reminds me a lot of Hugto Preacher, which focused on careers and also had a similar them having to balance their chosen dream careers with being a preacher. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Because that's one other reason why Ryu Soldier didn't work, because all 6 of them were all from the same group.
And, they didn't have, personal lives or interests. They were just, we're the Ryu
Tribe.
We're here to save the world.
They didn't go and, they didn't play sports. They didn't do anything.
Except for that one episode they played ping pong.
They just trained by their masters. They trained by their masters and learned to, they had a destiny to save the world, and then it ended up being complete bullshit.
You know how it could have been better? If each of them got trained by their master at, different places. That way when each master trained them a different way. That way when they came together, none of them were working well with each other.
Zyuohger worked so fucking well because even though 4 out of the 5 of them were from the same world, at least one of them was a human being, and then they were stuck in a world they'd never known before, and he was there to show them how this world worked.
Because Zyuohger was about Yamato having to deal with these weird animal aliens living in his house.
It was fantastic.
I really liked that.
That's so good.
One of my favorite episodes of Zyuohger is when they have to play charades with Tusk.
Oh, yeah.
Ball!
And, Lupin Pat worked, because the Lupin Rangers, you found out that they had
They had the buck riding thing with Misao in that movie.
Yeah, but, Lupin Ranger worked because it was just, really...
There were personal stakes.
Yeah, they had personal stakes, and, they had traumatizing things happen to them. And then just, the Pat Rangers, which is why I love them so much, is because they were part of an organization, and they had a duty, and they had a goal, and,
They were foils to each other.
Exactly, and
the Lupin Rangers had all the backstory, and the Pat Rangers did all the awesome shit on screen.
Yeah, so the Ryu Soldier, it just didn't work right, because they just didn't do it right. But, then Kiramager comes, and it's holy fucking shit! The Zords are cool, the characters are fucking fantastic. The villains seem fucking awesome.
These are people, and not just Rangers.
Plan is how they resurrect them?
Pardon?
Yeah.
They have, an insurance plan there they can get percentages of their darkness back.
Oh, we'll get to the darkness insurance plan.
And, this episode already freaking made me have fun and laugh because they're fucking playing rugby and it was stupid, but it was fun stupid.
We'll get to that, but first I have to comment on how their quote-unquote war room looks like a fucking Baskin Robbins.
And also their base is called the Coconut Tower.
The Coconut Tower! It's the fucking...
It's a giant, Sonic the Hedgehog style mechanical palm tree.
Yeah, I could see it, Sonic spin dashes into it and does a lot of does a gambling thing, and then he gets blasted through the top.
Last week we called it Alolan Yggdrasil.
Yeah, Alolan Yggdrasil.
I still haven't listened to last week's episode, but that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm being dumb.
So this episode starts off with Jewel having been given his new Kiramager uniform, walking into a room of celebrities and being told, "Yeah, you're Red, so you're the leader because we said so."
Because whoever was connected with Red was the strongest of the team, thus making them the leader of the group.
The biggest Jewel.
Yeah, and to be fair, from what we can see, from what we've seen of what Jewel can do, he's by the end of the show he's going to be busted.
Oh yeah.
Probably he's going to imagine his final form or whatever like that for himself, his power up, and it's just going to be disgustingly broken.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so, this episode mainly focuses around Senna, and, it's about, they go, to fight a battle for the first time, but, she's like, "Oh, sorry, I got a thing to do, I gotta do an event, I gotta do a sporting event, so I gotta go, bye."
I gotta go fast.
And just, me and Paul were just, because we have like the hots for her. So like, cause
as well you should.
She's attractive, but like she's also like she's really interesting too.
Before we go any further, we should mention that this week we actually got the actual opening sequence.
It was cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
And
cool.
oh my goodness, a lot of people were losing their shit over one certain mistake frame in the opening.
Oh,
so when they're running like out in
out
in the desert, you see the jewels like fly up, but as they're flying up, people on Twitter were like, "Whoa, I think we just saw the Sixth Ranger." And everyone's like,
if you freeze frame it really at a precise moment, you can see a sixth person in the bottom left corner.
But
editing mistake.
Yeah, it was an editing mistake. It's clearly just Shigeru.
Shigeru.
Yeah, Shigeru.
Again.
Yeah, again, because they probably just moved them. Yeah, there's the shot there. Like,
see, look, they're the same color.
Like, even like the same like shape and such. Where everyone's like, "Oh, Violet Ranger!" For fuck's sakes, people.
No.
We already know that the Sixth Ranger's what? Silver. Yeah, silver.
And has a drill.
Yeah, opening though, just.
I like the visual effects. I like it.
I like it.
The song's good, but the ending is far better.
I feel like I need to watch the opening a couple more times just to like really.
I do like how it's sort of how it really every character feels really unique and like they're gonna have like really interesting focus episodes later on.
Oh no, you know who that quote unquote Sixth Ranger is?
What?
It's the fucking clone doll from this episode.
Yeah! It's the twin! It's Blue's twin.
The Gemini.
Yeah, the subbers call it Gemini, but the name there's a lot of like what they actually say versus what the subbers call them in this episode that I'll go over. So the subbers call them Gemini, but the name they actually say is Dayakun, because diamond.
Garza didn't say anything he didn't say a lot this episode.
Yep. So this is the episode where we start getting introduced to the concepts of their monsters of the week, which are called Jamenshi, which basically translates to evil mask monster. And what was it the subbers called them? Marksman or something?
Yeah, Marksman.
What the fuck kind of name is that?
Because their mask is their mark. Marksman.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Anyways, so we get...
That's some overtime shit.
We get, what, the first official monster of the week?
And it's a fucking rugby man.
He to me just screamed Go Ranger.
I feel like that was what they were going for.
Even, like, to the...
He's got a ball head and a cape.
Yeah, giant ball head. He's probably, like, baseball masks. Like, he even has a cape, in which, like, a lot of the original Go Ranger villains had capes.
No capes.
Yeah. And, like, what did they do? Just played rugby.
Yeah, they played rugby with like civilians, and like you see, like one of them, like he tosses like the ball to like a woman, and like the woman's looking at it, and she gets tackled, and then another one like throws the ball and just fucking whacks this guy in the head.
But if I was referee, I would blow the whistle because he tossed the ball forward, in which in rugby you have to toss it backwards.
I fucking love that some dude just got straight up actually beamed in the fucking face.
Yeah, and then like the mook like goes over to him, and he's just like making signals like, oh nope, he's gone, he's done. Yeah, foul.
So apparently what they're trying to do is gain energy in order to open portals to send their armies through. And what? Is this monster going to gain energy by playing rugby and exploding theme park rides?
Yeah, he's supposed to a carousel.
Every time they win. Every time they win a
oh my god, we're starting with this level of crazy.
But I was having a blast. I was having so much fun.
Like, sorry to go back to Ryu Soldier, but, Ryu Soldier monsters of the week. One-dimensional word thing. This guy.
Figure out what I want to know who the host is, and then stab me.
Kiramager. Alright, boys, we're playing rugby. Everyone knows rugby, right? Alrighty then. Let's play some rugby.
God, I need enough. I'm not sauced up enough to talk about Ryu Soldier again.
But just, the four Kiramagers show up. Green's not there because she's busy.
At our track meet.
Red, who's supposed to be the leader, goes to his royal advisor. Yellow, who's basically calling all the shots. He's like, leader, call Green. We need her.
I'm going to need you to do a pro gamer move.
Call back up.
Be prepared for lots of those.
I feel like Takatoma really should be the leader.
I don't know if he wants to be the
For some
leader.
reason, I thought you were going to say he should really be Luigi.
You're a dog, Luigi.
He definitely comes off.
He's a game, really.
He definitely comes off this episode like you shouldn't be leader, but I don't think it's as far as I should be leader.
Well, no, but he's kind of leading Jewel in the right direction of what to do. It's like, hey, what happened to Green? I told you to call her.
I mean, he did, but he didn't tell him that he did.
Yeah, and
he's just being a scared little boy.
But
he'll get over it, I'm sure.
But yeah, so the Ferris wheel gets attacked, in which we got our first Kiramager of the episode, which he only said it twice this episode.
Yeah.
Which is shocking because in the first episode he said it 5 times.
Yes.
Something I noticed, his whole like sparkling inspiration and then drawing something thing reminds me a whole ton of something in Precure as well.
Oh yeah?
In Owl Mode, we had the main character Usami Ichika, and every so often, it wasn't really once an episode, but she would get a flash of inspiration for whatever the new suite would be that they'd make. And it was always the same sort of deal.
Aww.
Cool.
So I'm wondering how long it'll take for there to be some kind of crossover picture with them like drawing something and cooking something.
Why don't you be the first to make it?
So let's talk.
It's not gonna look good if I'm the one who makes it.
Let's talk about the fucking funniest shit. So they're trying to figure out like, okay, well, how the fuck are we gonna like?
But before that, we should mention that when
Sky Mage.
Yeah, Jewel draws up Sky Mage, and we get to see that happen for the first time.
That was cool.
Which,
it's like, yeah, yes, go away.
For all the Transformer
Well, even those seem to have personalities.
Yeah.
For all the Transformer people in the chat right now, does he not look like Snowcat a bit?
A little?
Like, definitely in the face.
If you took his missiles and turned them into helicopter blades.
Yeah. Like, it just screams Snowcat to me. Best Transformer.
Alright, you were saying?
So they try to figure out, okay, well, how are we gonna get like Senna to like do her event, but then also be Kiramager? And so they so Melshina, whatever, like that, like
Mabushina.
Hakataminami and Mabushina have a solution.
So they have these things called like these blue diamonds where like
they mention that the weapons are made of these blue diamonds, and they're like, okay, can we get more? I got you.
And she can like, the princess can like cry diamonds, but the more important thing is like what makes her cry diamonds appears to be a manga of Lupin Ranger?
She's reading the Lupin Ranger manga that Lupin Yellow's friend made.
Yeah. And so, like,
Wow.
I was just thinking, like, her tears are now diamonds.
But then, like, oh my god, are we saying that all of the power-ups for the show are going to come from a crystal baby crying?
Yeah, like, you were just yelling, like, the baby's fucking crying!
They get an item from a crying crystal baby alien! What the fuck is this show?
It's baby blue diamonds.
So they, like, forge it into, like, this, like, kind of, like, doll thing, and then, like,
which will be on Premium Bandai by next month, I guarantee it.
Yeah, and then, like,
yeah, there's the manga.
Yeah, so, Shigeru's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Shigeru touches it and then makes a twin of him.
Oh my god, his fucking clone face!
Yeah, so like the clone just has his face where he's just like,
I am your slave, what do you want me to do?
I'm your twin, I can do whatever you want. And Shigeru's just like uncomfortable. He's like,
I'm surprised his first thought wasn't an even opponent.
I'm shocked you didn't look at it and be like, finally, a stunt double.
That's a good idea, actually.
Hey guys, I'm going to set. Taking the dummy.
Although I feel like if they did that, it would be an exact carbon copy of this episode with Senna.
Yeah, where it's like, it looks like her. Smells like her.
I don't know about that.
Transforms like her. But it's not her.
That's what surprised me. Was
but it
that
ain't
she
butter.
actually, like, transformed. So I was like, oh.
But
I'm kind of angry that the first time we see the Green Ranger's henshin sequence, it's with her fucking cloud-faced clone. I'm kind of upset about that.
Just the doll face.
We'll get a proper one, don't worry.
I know we will.
Like, we'll get one next episode. Which, I finally reached the one complaint that I have with Kiramager so far.
Uh-huh.
What is it?
the team pose.
At the end of the roll call?
Yeah,
it's based on the drawing that he did.
Like, at the end of the roll call, like, I get it, it's supposed to...
It shapes the crystal crown on their emblem.
Oh, does it? I thought it's supposed to, like, spell out something.
It does... Yeah, it also spells the kanji for Kiramager, I think.
Oh.
But also, they're pointed, like tall one, small one, tall one, small one, tall one. Because it's shaped like a jewel crown on the carrot symbol.
I'm just...
Sounds like it's very well thought out, actually.
I mean, like,
it does look really awkward having them, like, carry each other.
Yeah, it's like, that's my only problem with it. It's like, they have to, like they're all holding each other except for... It's like, what's going to happen with the Sixth Ranger then?
The Red's going to carry him.
Is he going to... No. Is he going to pull a freaking Dirty Dancing thing?
Just hold it up.
Just holding him up?
No, that's Lion King. That's just Rafiki holding up baby Simba.
Yay!
This Ranger's shiny! Yeet!
Yeet!
Gosh.
Oh, that's gonna be like Stitch. That's not Simba.
No, I've got it. Harry baby.
Harry baby.
Different Disney movies now.
But
yeah.
The rugby monster.
Oh God.
So yeah, the rugby monster comes back, and Jewel apparently decides that Senna doing her track meet is more important than saving people's lives, and sends the clone in to fight the monster.
Yeah, and then, like, she starts, like, chasing after him, and it was fucking great. And
Like,
then just Senna, the real Senna, just fucking, like, walks in out of fucking nowhere. And,
I will say, I am surprised by the amount of emotion Shigeru has conveyed so far.
He's an actor.
He, like, comes off, like, this serious, like, fucking smug, like, chill-faced, cool guy loner. But I gotta say, I'm surprised by the amount of emotion he's shown so far, so I look forward to more.
So, can we have that face as, like, one of those bit emojis in our Discord?
Oh, yeah, so I'm sure we can make that...
You know how we have, like...
Make that the new Toma face.
Yeah, you know how we have surprising Toma? Let's have that be the shock Shigeru.
I absolutely love how everyone in our Discord still uses Toma's face as, like, a, oh, God!
Yeah, no, it's great.
It was such a good picture.
Toma face is great. It's legendary.
But then there's also the Ultraman one.
And there's also the Lane Toma face.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh, I remember that.
And Toma face on Slowpoke.
Yep.
See?
He's very expressive.
I didn't look at the chat for a bit, and I just saw that adorable picture with some of the Sentai leaders and also Pure Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's one of the other pictures of their pose, and that more clearly looks like the crown.
Yeah, that looks more like a Sentai team pose.
Yeah.
But
I get what you're saying, and I don't like the whole carrying each other shit.
Like imagine if they did a crossover with Rue Soldier. Okay, we know that's gonna happen. But just like Rue Soldiers are all gonna be posed, and then Rue Soldiers gonna be like, or Kiramagers gonna be like, eh!
Hada! What the fuck are you guys doing?
They're gonna freaking boot one of the Rue Soldiers in the face, and they're just gonna all fall over like dominoes.
But I will say, aside from that last bit with the weird posing, their roll calls and henshins are fucking beautiful.
Yeah, they're pretty nice, I gotta say.
Incredible. I love their fucking English ass catchphrases.
Spacination.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
I swear to God, when I first heard him say that during like the press release or whatever, I thought he was saying some sort of weird Japanese word like unstoppable.
Ron Stoppable.
I'm like, what the fuck word is he saying?
He's Ron Stoppable.
Yeah.
Did we actually write down what they were shouting?
I didn't, but I'm sure we can look it up.
Alright, next episode I'll write it down.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
So yeah, they send in the clown to fight the rugby monster, and she starts chasing it down, but because she's a clone, it's not good enough. So the actual Senna just comes out of left field. I'm assuming she just finished her race and kept running and didn't stop. And just runs the fucker down.
When the world was in danger, I kept running.
I love that the clone had the sense to fucking toss her the changer like it's a goddamn actual relay race.
So she's fast, right? Senna's fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But is she Fat Albert fast?
Yes.
But is she also?
How fast Fat Albert is.
But is she also from the past?
Fat Albert's
To play the shitty games that suck ass?
Not just fast,
Yeah,
but
that's what
from
I
the
was
past.
thinking, too.
Oh, blast from the past.
Kiramagers.
Thank you.
He got it.
Kirame Yellow will beat you up.
He'll shoot you up.
Shoot you up.
Oh, yes! I get it.
I'm also just a little, butthurt about how, when they fight, they only use one weapon.
Well, Red uses both, and then
Red uses both, but we're always just gonna see yellow and pink use the blasters, and green and blue always use the swords. I wish they kind of did the Go Kaiser thing, where they tossed weapons around.
Well, I mean, with yellow, it makes sense for him to use the gun because he's the epic gamer, and blue makes sense to use the sword because he's the samurai actor. But I will say that green and pink have no real reason to be tied to their weapons, but it's just so we even it out. Angry typing.
Angry typing ensues.
Sorry, it wasn't angry typing.
Yes. They win a match against the rugby monster, and he explodes.
And here's where we find out that this show decided to take a page from Go Buster, in that when the monsters are defeated, they don't grow big. The big baddies just send a separate giant monster.
Yeah, some Go Buster shit. I love
Gigadrone.
So whereas the lower level monster of the week are called Jamenshi, the giant monsters are called Jamenju, because Ju means beast.
Mm-hmm.
So I forget what the name of the first monster is, but the one they send out as the giant monster is called Rugger Ligany.
And it's Pink goes off because, I got a surgery or something. She doesn't say why she's going up, but she has to go do something. Guessing she's a doctor.
Yeah.
Some sort of...
I'm scheduled to cut someone open.
Right?
Oh, there was an elevator accident, and I have to amputate.
Someone's amputated. It's really bad. I'm glad you weren't in there.
How they do explain, I know that this was in the first episode and not the second, but why each of them has the vehicle they do, because I actually wasn't really sure until then.
Except for Yellow.
Yeah, except for...
I never really associated helicopters with doctors until... I mean, that's a good point. An emergency helicopter.
Yeah, rescue helicopter.
That's why hospitals have helicopter landings, like we saw in Exit all the time.
Rescue helicopter.
And yeah,
I have to go. A man is falling into the river in Lego City.
Hey!
Rice Bowl in our chat has a good point. I hope we're gonna eventually get to see where there's a Jimenshi and a Jimenju at the same time, so the team has to separate.
Well, we do have Sky Mage and Ground Mage, Land Mage.
Yeah, I don't know why the subbers, I believe it was Overtime we watched, decided to say Ground Mage, even though we know it's Land Mage.
But it sounded like they said Ground
And that's why they
Mage.
got it wrong, but we know it's Land Mage. I looked it up. Plus, we've been talking about it for weeks.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so the way they summon the Jamenjus is with something that the subbers decided to refer to as the Darkness Insurance Contract.
I love it. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah, it's like
What?
it's like the first Precure series where the villains were like an office or whatever corporation.
Yeah, that was in Hoto.
Yep.
Where it was Kuriyasu Corp.
Oh yeah, it's you have to get stamp of approval.
Yeah.
So
and
when
we were defeated, they would outright say, I accept my resignation.
So when the Jimenshi is defeated, 20% of the dark energy they collected gets fed back to their headquarters, which I keep forgetting this dude's name.
Oh, wait, the red and green guy?
Yeah.
Crunchula.
Crunchula.
Oh yeah, Crunchula.
Spends that darkness to summon a
Crunchula.
Jimenju.
It was Crunchula.
No, it's it's
So
Crunchula or Crunchula. It's one of those.
I like
Sort of
Crunchula.
Crunchula. It just makes me think of a fusion of Captain Crunch and Count Chocula.
Yeah. Let me see if there's the Ramaji on the article on the wiki.
You went past it.
Yeah.
So anyway, Senna brings up to Jewel, it's hey, you know how you made blue and pink smack, fused together? Like a target master of all fucking things?
The wiki says Tarantula.
Tarantula, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Tarantula summons the Rugger Ligany, which is basically a big dragon with a ball, Or as Paul and I refer to him, Ball Hamet.
Oh no, he grabbed the gas tank.
Yeah.
Off the ground.
So Ball Hamet basically runs at them to cause havoc, and then even though he didn't draw it, Jewel imagines Land Mage, and they make it happen.
Well, he imagined a giant red mech, like in the first episode, fighting the giant faucet monster.
Did he?
Yeah, that was one of the first images he drew. So, like, he already thought of the idea of, like, a giant mech. Though it kind of looked like a Ruseo from Dairanger.
Yeah. So we get to see him use attacks like Ladder Beyond, where they extend the ladder right into him, and then they fire the car, like, along it, like it's a fucking...
It's awesome. And
then they use the land round smash as the finisher, where the shovel claw just...
I'm gonna wreck it. He reminded me a bit of Gulgalius, I think his name is.
Why don't you Google him?
I did. I think it's like Gulagus. But yeah, the first kaiju from SSSS, that's good, man. Just with his neck, just...
Hi, guys!
Hey, Jumby!
Can I have a beer?
Yeah, see, he already drew.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So apparently Carantula's name could be a portmanteau between mascara, or mask in Spanish, and cara, which is face in Spanish, and the word tarantula.
Yeah.
So.
Or we just call him tarantulas.
Yeah.
Wait, vicious tarantula. Oh, God. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, they beat him, and then, like, I noticed a thing with Kiramager is that the endings are very abrupt. So far, 2 episodes in, it's like, yeah, we defeat the monster.
Cue the ending.
End music.
I like how the endings have a little, like, clip related to the episode at the beginning.
Yeah, it was like Castranger.
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch what they were saying about this week's episode. Something about Hakataminami and the rugby monster.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I was too busy jamming to the fucking song. That song is hot fire!
I think what especially makes it is just the woohoo during the music.
Yeah.
But I like Land Mage.
I meant to say, last week I talked about how some of the tone of the song reminded me of an old shoujo anime, like the way they were phrasing it, and I remember what it was. It reminds me of Magical Angel Kurumi, because some of the way they say some of the phrases, it reminds me of the theme to Kurumi. Anyone who's listened to that song can probably pick up on what I'm thinking.
Cool.
But yeah, so next week is about the debut of Kiramager and a plot about the Blue Ranger getting a vice on his fucking skull.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a Blue Ranger focused episode.
Yeah, we get to see him emote some more.
And I'm also excited because we finally get to see the complete, like, combined mech.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate the little dance move that fucking Kirame Red does.
With the knee thing?
Yeah, like I can't get used to it. It's so dumb.
What's wrong with it?
It's just it's just really too much, in my opinion.
I don't even remember what you're talking about.
It's when he's doing the like he's doing the motion of the fire truck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's silly.
It is, but it's Sentai.
Kid dance.
I'm too busy listening.
I know. I'd rather do this constantly.
Well, yeah, because
at least it's not thrusting at the screen.
No, hey, I love the original Kiramager.
And I do too, but it's not something we get to have.
Guys, we have a 10-year-old boy on set. We can't do that anymore.
Ah, shit.
So, speaking of dancing,
I got a fever. Oh no, it's not yellow. I gotta hide.
Ah, shit! I gotta put the image in again.
Oh my! Yes, you should. Should I wait?
You might have to edit this out, but I didn't watch any of it, so I should probably.
Well, you can stick around for the madness.
I know I can, but I think I should probably I feel really bad about it.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
Okay, as long as you're cool with that.
Yeah.
Next time I want to be sure to watch the future topic. But thank you, everyone. I'm sorry that I'm so anxious lately. They're for obvious reasons, but that doesn't justify it.
Be safe.
Thank you for having me on the show, and it's been really nice.
No problem.
Bye,
Emily.
Emily.
Bye, take care.
Yeah, well.
See you next week.
Okay, bye.
Oh, that's a sweetheart.
Well, between the break, Orange Caster has retired to the safety of the Dream Chamber. I don't know.
The Dream Chamber.
The Hyperbolic Caster Dream Chamber.
Yeah.
She wants Battlefield with Jay. So.
Yes. Greetings to all that is listening to this. For those who may not know,
all that are listening.
don't question my English.
I'm not questioning it. It's definitely wrong.
Anyways, I am Akiyello, the Castranger's very own Super Sentai guide to all that is about Super Sentai. But I bring terrible news. The world is currently under a pandemic so large, we must work together to stop this harmful virus. We must unite together, as we shall be invincible. Just as it says in the theme song to our Super Sentai tribute today, Battle Fever J.
Let's all J, everyone.
Go to Casta. Yeah, Akiyama. I need you to take over this pre-production as I go around the world making sure the government is following procedures. Yes, Akiyello, sir. Good. Adios, amigos. I'll be back for later.
He's talking to himself. Send help. I'm not kidding. Send memes.
Yikes. Are you alright there, bud?
Why was I standing up? I don't know.
That's a really fucking good question.
Well, Akiyello's gone for the remainder of the episode. He's gone until later.
Oh god! Greg has to shot me. Oh.
So here's a little brief production history on Battle Fever J.
It stinks. I'm kidding.
It's interesting, that's for sure.
For all of our Castranger fans, you may remember with episode 250, we talked about the first 3 episodes of Toei's Spider-Man, which wasn't that great. Toei's Spider-Man.
That's a word.
Well, some of you already probably are all probably thinking, yeah, Spider-Man was popular, Captain America was going to be next, you know the story. But as Optimus Prime said in the 2007 film, there's more to them than meets the eye. So after production on Spider-Man, Marvel...
What? The fucking random ass segue.
After production wrapped up on Spider-Man, Marvel Comics and Toei Company were planning their next big project together, and seeing as Spider-Man was a huge success, they went with another idea. Captain Japan. Because, you know...
So this asshole is supposed to be Captain America, but in Japan?
Yeah, because they're like, well, if America has their own title superhero, why can't Japan?
I'm surprised they didn't go like one rank higher, like Commander Japan or some shit. I don't know. Whatever rank is higher.
First Admiral Japan.
Admiral Japan!
Sergeant Major Japan.
Master Chief rank 4 Japan.
Prime Minister Japan.
Wait, too far?
No, that's the secret identity. He's the Prime Minister of Japan.
Oh my god.
I want to see this happen. There's an alternate timeline out there where that happens.
Well, we have a president right now, so...
There is an alternate timeline where Battlefield J did not happen and Captain Japan did.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
So, late veteran Kamen Rider producer Toru Hirayama was originally going to be in charge of the project, but for unexplained reasons, he was replaced by Susumu Yoshikawa, who would later go on to be the creator of the Metal Hero franchise. Shockingly, that Keiji Oba's in this show, and then ended up being in Metal Hero Small World.
So he took Kenji Oba with him when he left.
Yeah, he took Kenji Oba.
So, I'm just going to put this over here. So, apparently, Marvel did make a Captain Japan.
Oh, no!
There you go! Rising Sun.
It looks like Frieza! Frieza!
So, no wonder they didn't do Captain Japan, because Captain Japan was already done.
Hang on. When was this, though?
It looks like Frieza!
When was this guy created?
Let me see. First appearance, Fun and Games number 4, December 1979.
December of 1979?
Yeah.
So, like 11 months after Battle Fever J was already a thing.
No! Oh no, he's hot!
So yeah, the show started production in October of 1978 and began airing on February 3rd, 1979. Up until the year of 1993, Battle Fever J was considered to be the first ever Super Sentai season.
I love there's the actual Captain Japan.
Here's a random fun fact that both of you will be interested in.
Okay.
So you know how Marvel Comics comics in general like to do the whole multiverse thing?
Yes.
Battle Fever J is Earth 79,203.
Why that number?
February, the second month of February 3rd, the second month of the third day in 1979.
Oh.
79203.
Wow.
That's clever.
Now, so there's also just there's some connections to Go Ranger, but not direct connections, which we'll get into as we talk about this. Also, hopefully I don't end up with the stomach flu.
Yeah.
Last time I watched Battle Fever J, I ended up with the stomach flu.
Caught the fever.
Okay.
I caught the fever.
Let's just say in a nutshell, Battle Fever J is very interesting. And out of the
Every time we watch one of these shows, I scream more and more.
So, like, out of the 3 episodes we watched, I will say that the first episode was the most interesting. Because if just for a debut episode of a Sentai, my god, they just, like...
Interesting is a word for it.
Yeah, so, like, it's very...
Captain America's behind Miss America.
So, no, I almost want to make that the thumbnail. It's not funny. No, you know what? But fucking put Captain Japan in there.
No.
Actually, you know what? Ichi, put Captain Japan's face over Battle Japan's face.
No.
Yes, do it.
You know what? Here's a challenge for someone. Take the shot from Avengers Endgame, but replace Giant Man with Battle Fever Robo.
Oh god.
There you go. So it's very spy themed.
Heavy spy
And
themed.
I could see that because like it's very 1970s James Bond because like
And Charlie's Angels.
yeah
there is so much disco music in this show.
So we start with this woman who's like an assassin and she
stabs cops with poison umbrella.
yeah and that's totally something you'd see in a James Bond movie because there was a sub-villain in a James Bond movie who had, like, a poisonous bladed tip on her shoe, and it would come out of her shoe, and she'd try to, like, attack Bond with it, and then kicked her ass.
Who throws a shoe, honestly?
Yeah, no, that was almost kind of the joke. It was a combination of that and Odd Jobs. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's going around, she kills some cops, and so it's, like... They start getting recruited, like the 4 of them.
Yeah,
well, no, so the 4 of them, which
it seems like they're already part of this agency
called Battle Fever. The J part stands for Japan.
You don't say. Battle Fever.
Wow. Wait, this isn't Kamen Rider J? What a rip.
Oh.
So what are their names?
So Battle Japan is Masao. I think France is Kensaku. Cossack is Kyosuke, and Kenya is Shiro.
In which, something about Battle Cossacks actor was, we already saw him once in these tribute episodes. He was Mido Ranger from Go Ranger.
Ah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And God, like Battle France's actor, I hated his voice.
His voice was really, like, unnaturally deep, and it came off really annoying.
Yeah, and there was like an episode. There was like in episode 2, like he like disguises himself to get into
the cult,
and he's like really hamming up like the French, and I'm like, all right, take it down now. And like even when you get to like his fucking roll call for Battle France, he's just like,
he's all twitchy, and he's doing like not even French dances. It looks like a Spanish dance.
But then, like, his weapon's a rapier, so, like, at least that's
Oh,
French.
Okay.
Except more than half the time he's slashing with it instead of stabbing like a raper's supposed to.
So Gar's gonna get into that after I mention it, but like we get into the most one of the most interesting characters of this entire series. So we get Diane Martin, Miss America,
played by Diane Martin,
the famous actor Diane
They
Martin.
didn't even come up with a character name.
So Gar, what's her deal?
Okay, so she has in real life has an American father.
Yep.
And a Japanese mother.
All right.
Her father did a lot of overseas work in Japan, so she lived in Japan. She went to an English school in Japan. Apparently, that was a thing in the 60s, I guess.
Wow.
And she became a model. Here's the thing. Here's the key point. She went to an American school in Japan.
Yep.
She didn't know Japanese.
Wow.
Oh no.
Like, you think her mom would have been
that's bad.
I know your dad likes you speaking English and stuff, but I mean, teach us Japanese too.
She did not know any Japanese, and she was on this show. She had to be dubbed.
Yeah.
I noticed immediately. I'm like, oh my god, they dubbed her over.
Yeah, because like at first, like the excuse for being like talking in Japanese is that like they have like a machine that like auto translates.
No, that wasn't until fucking Bosley. Or
but then Diane shows up after him, and she also gets translated by the machine.
So she got dubbed. Which again, this is the second Go Ranger connection. She was dubbed over by actress Lisa Komaki, who is Peggy.
Yeah.
From Go Ranger, Momo Ranger.
Yeah.
Which apparently she also suit acted for Miss America.
I can tell. I know those fucking hot ass legs anywhere.
So, no joke. So, Diane's only in the show for 24 episodes.
Out of how many?
52.
She's only in half the show?
She got replaced by an actual Japanese actress. So, that no joke. For the first 20 episodes, you start to see her less and less to the point where it's just her in the suit.
Oh my god.
They could not handle with her because she didn't know Japanese.
Then don't fucking hire her in the first place.
Wanna know why they hired her?
Why?
She's a model.
Wow.
There are other models, ones who speak Japanese.
Then something Ninja Black years later.
Did she just
not Japanese?
Did she just come really cheap? I don't know.
Did she get paid?
If paid at all?
But just, yeah. She...
Oh, and that, like, we're talking about all this behind the scenes stuff. Nothing of that holds a candle to just the raw fucking horror that is the Miss America suit.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ, it has hair!
They actually took references from Marvel Comics. One being the Golden Age Miss America suit. Like for the emblem.
Yeah, and it's so... I almost consider it insulting that like everyone else is battle this and battle that, and she's just, Miss America, yay!
And the second thing... The second outfit was actually Carol Danvers' Miss Marvel uniform.
My god. It's Japanese Miss Marvel.
It's Japanese dollar store Miss Marvel.
Oh, your favorite.
Oh, yeah,
my
favorite.
Danvers.
Also, like, they're definitely very American in design because of the goggle eyes around the head.
Which I hate.
I'm going to say, though, Battle Japan's suit... fucking amazing.
Well, of course.
It's actually my top 3 favorite Red Ranger suits in Sentai.
Well, of course. He was supposed to just be the only hero.
Of course they put effort into him.
But...
He honestly looks like some sort of like Sonic the Hedgehog fan art with his helmet.
But I have to get into it. So my favorite thing of this entire fucking episode is when we get introduced to their suits for the first time.
Oh.
So they're like, all right, guys. Like their commander's just like, all right, guys, you gotta get fucking suit up. You gotta get out there. So they just look over, and on a table, folded neatly, is their suits. And they walk over, and you just hear like this. And they just put them on. They legit just put them on like regular fucking suit clothes. And I'm like, this is still this is one of the best fucking transformations I'll ever see.
I'm almost disappointed that they don't always do that.
Yes, she did leave. Yeah.
I'm disappointed that isn't what they do every time because late in the other episodes, whenever they have to henchman, they just go fever, and spin around, and they're just in their suits right away.
No, I would have loved if they just every time had to just slip them on.
After the first time, and then we watch the second episode, and they're like out and about, like infiltrating the base, and my immediate comment is, what, do they just have the uniform stuffed in his fucking pockets? And I almost wish that was the case.
Actually, you know what? Since Emily's not here, let's have Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze, alright.
Yeah, we might as well have Blaze-a-kun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tag in.
There you go, Blaze-a-kun.
Hello?
Blaze is like, I'm not ready.
Probably has to get his mic.
Yeah.
Well, he'll chime in when he has a chance.
Oh my god, I am trying to find it. I saw it earlier, now I can't find it.
What?
I should have saved it. So, the helmets for Battle Fever J.
If you can call them that.
Yeah, if you can call them, were a different color.
Oh.
Hello, am I here now?
Yeah, Blaze-a-kun! Hello.
Funeral call!
No.
No!
No. Ichi has enough work already. We're not making more work for him.
Just...
Fine.
So, Bliss, have you ever seen Battle Fever J?
Yeah, you said you watched
Oh
it.
god, my mic fell. Sorry.
Okay.
Before today, no.
So I'm the only one that's seen Battle Fever J before.
You're the only one with the morbid curiosity.
Oh, found it. I found the photo.
Oh.
Alright.
I did make notes.
Okay guys, prepare yourselves. This
Prepare
is gonna get,
your assholes.
this is gonna get ugly.
Oh god.
Prepare.
Those are the proto helmets.
Red still looks pretty good.
They're not much worse.
Red still looks pretty good.
I will say Reds look like
America's hair plastic.
Yeah, that is plastic hair.
And actually, I will say Miss America actually looks better.
The only thing I have to say is that Red looks like he's going to fire laser beams into my soul.
No, but honestly, if you look at the Miss America, the final design, like over there, and then you look at her pro design looks way better. Like, even with the hair, it looks better.
I think they're both equally bad.
No,
no. You know what I do like about these suits? The letters on the belts.
Oh, they remind me of Ninja Turtles a bit, like from
Yeah,
the 80s with
exactly.
like the insignia belts.
Yeah. I don't think they're on the final ones, are they?
Yeah, they are. Just the scarves.
I did not notice them at all.
Also, yeah, like they all have scarves.
Yeah. Because...
Although you can barely see some of them.
Oh, what, the belt buckles or the scarves?
The scarves. You can almost not see them on like Japan and America and France.
Yeah. And it wasn't until much later in the Super Sentai franchise where they got designated like Ranger colors, like identification.
Well, I mean, Go Ranger, they were named after their colors.
Well, yeah, but at the time, Go Ranger wasn't considered a part of Super Sentai.
I guess.
I remember one of the first like extras I ever watched for you guys. Like people dug up like an old series that they like retroactively added to Super Sentai, but they can't add it technically.
Oh, Ninja Captor?
Yeah, Ninja Captor.
But no, I think that maybe they had like all the like there was a ton of characters and they had like elements or something.
Yeah, that's Ninja Captor.
Okay.
It can't be added because it was airing at the same time as Go Ranger.
Okay.
And which
So
the
it's
idea was like
there,
one
but
season.
It's not.
Like it's not officially a Super Sentai season.
It's like season 1.5.
It's like a -1.
Yeah, it's in the same category as Akiba Ranger.
Yeah. But just... How did they get to their base? Speaking of the Ninja Turtles.
Okay, so they open up a fucking sewer grate, slide down a stripper fire pole, then they go through an aquarium, and I'm like, couldn't you have just got into the aquarium? And then they jump up like a tube.
Like it's just really
3 episodes of firefighter things.
Yeah, it's an awfully cut shot of them jumping up from this hole.
Series.
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell it was reversed. Like they probably jumped down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot of reversed footage in this show.
But I'm sorry to say it, that's a kick-ass way of entering a base. Just boing. Hey guys.
It was fine up until the aquarium, and then I'm like, is there not a door here?
No, they're underwater.
Left or right at the aquarium.
They have to run through the fucking sewer.
But it's
Sorry, I'm late. I went to the wrong manhole.
Just Kenya shows up, Diane shows up, just all soaked. Diane, what happened? I went down the wrong pipe.
Or was it the right pipe?
Giggity.
I knew I should have made that left turn at Albuquerque.
Wow.
So let's get into our villains quickly.
Egos.
Lego my Egos!
Egos!
Or egos.
Led by
the amazing son, like the umbrella murderer.
led by Commander
Header. Who is...
I can't get over how stupid and hilarious the fucking Header guy looked. He had a hat on, but it just made him look like he was bald.
Well, the bald part made it... Like, the bald part was a part of the helmet he was wearing.
I know, but it looked like he was just bald and wearing a silver, like, crown thing.
Yeah.
And the weirdest thing of all is that, in like a few episodes later, they replace him for a bit, like the actor, because...
There's a couple of shots where he's a different actor.
Yeah, there's a couple of shots in the first 3 episodes. You can
stunt double!
Yeah, you can see the second actor that they got.
And it's a dude who's much older.
It's a dude that's much older, and his head's so much smaller. The bald cap head does not fit properly.
Yeah. It's so bad.
Like, oh my god. I'm like, when I watched the show for the first time, I'm like, is that the same person? What happened? Did he shave he shaved his eyebrows as well. That's what makes him different. He doesn't have eyebrows.
Wow.
Instead of Header, we got Better.
Oh. Header, the better Header.
But like the funniest thing for me was how Diane Martin gets introduced. So like they get like they track down the umbrella assassin and they're following her, and they follow her to like a baseball stadium and like they're
My
chasing
immediate
her.
question was, why did she come into this baseball stadium?
No, and then they end up like pointing guns at her. It's the wrong person.
It turns out she was an undercover agent who decided to dress up like their red umbrella-carrying lady assassin in order to lure her out. And my response to that is, how the fuck would that lure her out? If this assassin sees there's someone who looks like her, she's gonna know that someone is onto her and not come out. It's such ass-backwards logic.
It's like in
Also-
Dumb and Dumber, though. It's like, see, I was wearing a protective vest on my chest. What if they shot you in the head?
So you guys are stupid. They're gonna be looking for army guys.
We made that joke on Ultraman all the damn time. You guys look stupid. They're gonna be looking for Ultraman because the guys in Ultraman were like bright orange,
Yeah.
and everyone else is in military uniform.
But yeah, not only do we meet Diane, we also meet her dad,
Bosley.
Bosner, who I immediately called Bosley.
It's fucking Bosley.
Yeah, it was definitely a reference to Bosley. It had to be.
Because every time he talked, he was auto-translated. It was hilarious.
Can I
love
say, at one point, like after that, they're like, "Oh, like she can, like Diane can talk." There's this like, yeah, FBI agents have to know different languages. Meanwhile, your dad, who's also an FBI agent, doesn't need to.
He's exempt.
What?
He's old.
It's funny. She's like, "Oh, agents get to
No,
learn."
that's fucking Stephanie.
Just
It's okay, he's gonna die soon.
Agents learn other languages, says the actress that's getting dubbed over.
Yeah.
He decided to learn Latin, and then he found out it was a dead language. So
So after announcing that Diane is joining Battle Fever, they all undergo this little training demonstration with like their General Shogun Sensei dude.
Oh yeah, the general.
Who tests them by telling them to fucking Sentai flip over his katana.
Don't worry, it won't be. It's not that bad. Okay. There's one thing I want to bring up about Diane. Okay, you know how I said she's like half American, half Japanese. So they write her out of the show, being that she goes to live back in America with her sister.
How easy.
But here's the funny thing though about her sister. She looks exactly like Bosley.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like she looks more American than Diane, which I cannot find a photo of her. But I just remember watching it. I'm like, why does she look more American than actual Miss America?
Wow.
Well,
yeah, so Bosley ends up getting stabbed by the actual assassin.
And then we find out it's her father. And she's like at like a waterfront and looking out into the water, and it's like, oh, my dad used to bring me out here. And she's like, Papa! Papa!
Meanwhile, we look at the shots of the ocean, and my immediate thought is, why don't we have a shot of her dad laughing?
Oh, from Kamen Rider X?
Yeah. the best. And then all of a sudden, yeah, by the way, we're also building a big robot. Why?
Okay, here's a fun story about the robot. So Battle Fever Robo is, known for being the first Super Sentai mech.
Which they got the idea from Spider-Man.
I found her.
Oh, you did?
Bam!
That's not her.
Really?
No, that's the second Miss America.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking
He's
about
talking about
Catherine,
the actress's sister.
the Diane's sister.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about her.
No,
I thought you were saying she was her sister.
No, I know Yoko.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyways.
Stop breaking up the band, Yoko.
She broke up the original team.
Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah, so apparently the designer of the show.
Which Sentai number is this? Number 3? Number 3? Number 8?
So the designer of the show didn't have Battle Fever Robo ready. So for the first 5 episodes, they just don't have it.
You just see it under construction.
It's just under construction. Because we don't have the suit ready yet. It took an extra month.
We have to patch the robot into the series.
Yeah. And who knows? That became a trend in Super Sentai where the mech doesn't show up until episode 6.
Wow.
So the accident led to being a Super Sentai tier thing.
And now it's a 50-50 chance on whether the mech appears in the first episode or not.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. So yeah, we have the monsters of the show, in which they're, average Showa era monsters. You got Dumbo.
Fucking ear monster.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's so bad. So ugly.
I'm not confused. Did the Umbrella Lady duplicate and turn into the Mooks, or did she become the Bat Monster?
She became the ear monster.
She was the ear monster and also spawned Mooks.
The fucking Mooks in this show are awesome, though.
They're night monkeys!
They're like these gray, Toei Spider-Man knockoffs.
They're night monkeys!
Yeah.
I think they are, the Mooks from Toei Spider-Man. Because I remember, I'm like, wait a minute.
I just remember the Mooks from Toei Spider-Man were like,
yeah, we also get to see Battle Fever's roll call posing, and I swear to God, the shot where they're all jumping, it looks like they're fucking getting ragdolled.
Yeah, and their weapons. So Battle Japan gets a staff.
They all have a stick that turns into their weapon.
Yeah, and then Battle France has a rapier. Battle Cossack has
Sai.
2 sides, which I think he should have had a hammer and sickle just to make the joke. Oh, Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And then Battle Kenya has a whip. Makes sense, Africa. And then Miss America has
5 tiny daggers.
Which if you're gonna represent America, you need a fucking gun. That's how you fucking.
I mean, she does fire the bazooka in the first episode.
Here she comes!
Oh, the fucking bazooka made of sticks?
Yeah, the Pentaforce.
Yeah. It looks like those sticks that you did the thing with.
Acrobats?
Yeah.
Did these sticks make a whistling sound?
These sticks make a firing sound?
I just love the idea of, here she comes, Miss America!
Yeah, no, I just wanted to bring out a Tommy gun or something and just fucking wail on the Mooks. That'd be awesome.
Oh, you mean Toei Spider-Man? In which how he brought out a freaking gun?
Oh no!
Yo, he's back in a piece! It's awesome!
Post that in the chat.
Yeah, I posted it in the chat right now.
Toei Spider-Man's special.
Oh my god!
Where is it? There it is. There it is. Toei Spider-Man packing.
Oh, beautiful. He needs to do that in Spider-Verse too.
And the Think. Toei Spider-Man, legally available in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Part Toei Tokusatsu.
Yay!
This gun was also bitten by the radioactive spider.
Spider gun.
Alright, Pikachu. The spider shot. Ultraman confirmed. So yeah, they have the finishing move, the Pentaforce, which is...
Oh, and the fucking part of their Hisatsu that absolutely fucking blew me away! They all jump in the air and curve their bodies around so that in the fucking sky they spell out BF!
Oh my god.
Oh no! It's so bad!
It's like Q Rangers. It's like the Q Rangers just like jumping to do their Hisats and or like for the roll call they just spell Q Ranger. I would have liked to actually see that.
Man, and you thought the Kiramagers spelling their name in kanji with their poses was weird. Oh my god!
Hey, there's a connection.
Dude, that's where Kiramager got it from.
Oh no! Oh god.
Oh no!
No! And then their fucking cannon made of 5 sticks shoots fucking missiles!
Fire the missiles! Wait, what?
What?
Fire the torpedoes! So it was astounding, and it was like such a great first episode. The other two are like, alright, like
the first episode ends with them riding on horses into the
oh yeah, they're riding
for no reason! What? And then it's in the ending sequence.
After they beat the monster, when they'll go back to the bald cap guy, and he looks like he's about to cry.
I actually wrote, I'm like, is Heather having a fucking stroke?
Battle fever!
Battle fever!
My favorite monster.
I caught the fever!
The battle fever!
So, like, episode 2 is, like, about, like, this cult or something, and, like, they send this monster out, and, like,
the fanged lion monster.
And it makes, like, whatever you wish for something to happen, he
when
makes it happen. So, this girl is, like, jealous of this other girl who's, like, the top of her class, and she wants to be the top of the class. So she's like, oh, I wish you would just, like, disappear. And so, like, the other girl gets, like, killed on this...
The monster uses its, like, shiny harpoon to reflect light into the eyes of the girl, and that apparently hypnotizes her into committing suicide!
Yeah, so it's super funny where, like, it cuts to, like, an article going, like, oh, yeah, no, this girl mysteriously committed suicide. And then it just cuts to happy music of, like, the
disco music!
Going into their base. And it's like,
I'm a terrible person because I just imagine, like, they interview the girl, like, why did you do it? And it's like, it was her fault, Battle Fever. She was number 1.
That's awful.
Just like, oh no! A girl committed suicide in Super Sentai! Oh no!
Early tokusatsu, Ichi, they
freaking in Go Ranger, at least once an episode, people were dying left and right.
Yeah.
They had a small child commit suicide.
Just getting gunned down.
For Sentai.
It's so bad!
And then, like, so we see, like, Battle...
No, I love that, like, we see all these news articles, like, girl committed suicide, company president disappeared, and then the last of the newspaper articles is, a warm winter incident! I'm like, what?
So then we cut to, like, Battle Canyon. He's playing with, like, cats and dogs.
Because he can talk to animals.
Yeah, he can talk to animals, and he seems fucking crazy.
Because Kenya?
Because he was raised in the jungle.
He's Mowgli.
He's Mowgli.
Yeah.
He's Kenji
Everyone
Mowgli.
knows people from Kenya can talk to animals.
Wait, no they can't!
No, they can't.
This show is
Have
fucked.
you ever met someone from Kenya?
So we go to a scene later where, like the girl's little brother or whatever like that has, like, a puppy, and it's like, oh, he, like, says, look at this puppy, it's so cute, and she's like, fucking throws it to the fucking ground. You just hear it go, like, and, like,
I hate this girl.
I thank the gods that they didn't actually show the puppy, like, hitting the floor, but you see enough of it that she actually let go of the dog.
And Kenji Oba...
I don't like dogs, but that hurt to watch.
And Kenji Oba, like, goes up to her and just goes, you don't fucking do that to a fucking dog. Animals are fucking precious. You take good care of those things.
And, like this is
she's like, sorry, I won't do it again.
This is
and then he proceeds to give her 2 kittens.
And she's like, aw, cute. And she likes the cats.
I guess the evil hypnotizing cult hates dogs, but not cats.
Yeah, and then, like, I hate to say this, but, like, the girl's mother looked like a Japanese version of, like, John Travolta's character from Hairspray.
Yeah.
Where, like, he's dressed up like a fat woman.
I just love that when they start chasing the little boy through the streets, she's got her, like, hands all curved up, like, yeah, I'm going to get you!
yeah, so like all these
Come here, small child.
it's like all these fucking people are like working for like Egos now, and I'm just like
I will say that like as they recruit people, you see they do this lighting effect where their faces darken and you see this red X on their forehead.
they're like
That was like genuinely spooky and
yeah.
neat.
So then this other guy, he's like a businessman, whatever. And like he wants his boss to like disappear, and like so he wants to take over the company. And so like his boss gets like blinded and gets into a car accident. And he dies.
Yeah.
And so like what's funny is about this episode is like everyone's off doing something else except for Battle Japan. So like his boss is like, where the fuck's everyone else? And it's like, oh, they didn't feel like getting like too caught up in this work, so they went up to do shit. So like Diane's with Battle France or whatever like that, and they're like going off shopping. Battle Cossack like got some food, and like he brings it back, and he's like, oh, I got all this like shit with meat in it, and like the boss
Look at all this kinky meat.
Yeah, and the boss is just like, that's fucking it. Like, you guys have to freaking get your shit together. And like he looks at Battle Japan, and he's just like
from gambling.
He's like, get your fucking team. Yeah, freaking yeah, Fred's fucking gambling or something. And it's like, oh god,
he gambles.
Yeah, he gambles. So then like they end up going shopping. Like they're shopping, and like so Battle France like notices like, oh fuck, the guy's up there. So he like tosses like the clothes that like Diane bought. Diane's like, what the fuck? And, like, those are my clothes.
I just love that. Fucking Diane has friends just carry all her shopping bags.
Yeah, no, it's like an episode of Ultraman where like freaking Ide like ends up like carrying all the shit for Fuji. He's like, Fuji, come on, help.
Doesn't end up losing it, but still.
Yeah, so then like they end up finding where all these people are getting like freaking converted, and
then France pulls out the fuking bow tie whip. It's like,
yeah, it's like a bow tie whip.
I want to say something before that. They showed. Egos is behind all these things. They showed the Easter Island heads and everything, and they showed the Nazca lines. And because my first experience with the Nazca lines was Yu-Gi-Oh!, I was like, is Egos behind the Dark Shiners?
So then we
nice.
we see them like getting we see them like in this laboratory, like, and they're getting
the mooks with the lab coats.
They're getting like freaking like processed or something. Yeah, the mooks are in lab coats. It's great. And so then one of them's getting like processed or whatever, and then you just hear the TARDIS startup sound, and I'm like, what?
First the TARDIS. Did the Doctor just fucking crash this?
Yeah, so I guess that's a royalty-free sound or something.
Toei bought like a bunch of sound bites from BBC.
Okay, so
okay. They Toei owns the rights to the TARDIS sound effect. It even shows up in the finale, the premiere of Mega Ranger and the finale of Hurricaneger.
Amazing!
Wow! Like the Hurricanegers go into the dark dimension, and that's all that you hear.
It's just
yeah, and I'm like, oh.
That's great.
Huh? Neat.
Yeah. And so they fight a bunch of them outside or whatever like that, and like so like Miss America has like these little tiny daggers, and she like implants them into their fucking heads, and I was just like,
and then they beam murder the lady cult recruiter, and then everyone gets free pets.
Yeah, they all get pets, and all's well, and then they all tumble on top of each other, and it's weird.
Oh, dog pile.
Dogs.
It's a dog.
Episode 3.
So episode 3 is about that's the thing. Like I pretty sure they talked about it before, but like we see like Battlefield Robo like in the hangar, and we're like, we're not gonna see it for a while. It's just there, looking cool. Yeah, they don't know what to do with it.
It's downloading.
It's currently being constructed.
Yeah. So this episode's about like a bunch of like secrets being exposed about Battlefield Robo and like a bunch of other stuff, and like there's a spy in the midst of Battle Fever who's a traitor.
I would have put money because we just had a story about animals. I was ready to put money that the spy was the hamster.
No, that's in Jacka.
Hamster.
That hamster had pretty red eyes.
What about that talking dog and Denture Man?
We'll get to it.
That hamster was looking at me funny.
So they're trying to figure out, and so Cossack is pretty fucking sure that it's Japan who's like
because he's acting suspicious.
He's acting suspicious, so like they end up going to like a cafe or whatever like that to like.
No, he goes to Toei Company first.
Oh yeah, he goes to Toei Company to like sell the plans to Battlefield Robo to use, and they're like,
and they're apparently like a magazine.
Yeah. And then so they end up going to a cafe, and so like I think Diane like ends up like disguising herself as like a.
I thought he was going there on a fucking date.
Yeah, so she ends up disguising herself as like an old lady to like blend in.
The death mask monster disguises herself as a woman played by the actress who played Witch Pandora.
Yeah.
So this is Soga Machinko's first ever Super Sentai appearance.
Cool.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew that the next season after this, she was like the leader of the evil organization?
Wow.
Then she came back with disco hair.
Disco.
Ah, yes, as all good villains do.
Yep.
I'll show you all.
Who didn't love good disco hair?
So, yeah, Kosak's all like, dude, you're totally betraying us. Nuh-uh. Yeah-huh.
No, I wasn't.
No.
And then Cossack or someone, they just straight fucking punch him in the face.
Yeah, Cossack did. Friggin', he's already dealt with 2 Super Sentai team. Or he already dealt with 1 Super Sentai team. He's sick of this shit.
I love that one shot of all the night monkeys just like vanishing into the wall.
See? Disco hair.
Cool. So apparently Japan, quote-unquote, selling the mech secrets was all a ploy by their boss to lure out the actual spy, which they never really say who the other spy was. I still think it's
someone who worked in the
Maybe
organization.
it's Japanese Darth Vader that Gar just posted.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you want to see Japanese Darth Vader?
Oh, God. I'm afraid.
No joke. Same show.
Okay.
Same show, Battle Fever J. I got the photo, I just need to save it quickly. No, don't delete. Cancel.
My phone is now erased.
No.
My phone is now down.
You want to see Darth Vader?
Oh my God!
That's actually cool looking.
Whoa!
That's cool.
Oh my God!
It's got the chest plate and everything.
Oh my god!
What's this guy's name?
I don't remember, but he's from like the later episodes of Battle Fever J.
That's
wow.
Great. I love him.
Fucking Darth Vader shows up. It's Super Sentai. Because fuck it, Marvel had the rights to Star Wars.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so, like, I feel like this was the less interesting one, because, like, for me, the best one was the first episode. That was,
First episode takes the cake. With its...
It wasn't what I was expecting, and, like, nothing beats that just on fucking suit transformation.
The fever hurts the most when you first catch it.
Yeah.
Which, wasn't that a movie in the 70s or something? Like Fever or something?
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, Saturday Night Fever.
It's like one of John Travolta's most famous movies.
But it's only Friday.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what you got famous for.
Which means if
you listen to this episode on Saturday, you too have the Saturday Night Fever.
Oh.
Saturday Night Fever!
You can have the Saturday Night Fever while watching Saturday Night Live, which I think that's still going unless the pandemic has shut that down.
Fucking
so overall for me, Battle Fever J, it's interesting to say the least. I will say the suits, they're interesting enough that, like, other than Battle Japan, which is fantastic to me, but, like,
by the way,
they're very memorable suits.
Cool.
They're very memorable suits, so every time someone says Battle Fever J, I can immediately picture all 5 of them in my fucking mind.
I think Battle Japan's is alright, but the rest of them I think are pretty garbo, but I get that they had limitations back then.
But no, Miss America's is fucking atrocious. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
It haunts my nightmares.
They couldn't, they didn't have to give her real hair. They could have just made it, like, yellow plastic to make it look like hair. That would, like, give her like that plastic, like, doll's hair or something like that. You know what I mean?
Actually, fun fact about this team. It is the first Orange Ranger, first Black Ranger, but Battle Kenya also has another first in the franchise. First Animal Fiend Ranger.
Oh, yeah.
Because he has, like, the cat ears and the fangs.
I think he's Black Panther.
They never said what it is. It's just very, it's supposed to be going for, like,
he seems to make a lot of cat-like movements when he's jumping around, so I'm going to go ahead and say Black Panther.
I found a monster that looks like Darth Vader.
Oh?
Black Mask's monster.
Subtle.
His name's just Black Mask.
Yeah.
Kudo Kamen Kaijin.
Subtle. Oh my god.
So
I'm gonna need a lot of pills to get over this fever.
This was an experience.
I'm glad. I was not expecting just that from you two and Paul, because Paul was here watching it.
Yeah,
with
Greencaster was here with us, but he couldn't join us.
Who is the one who got filled with bullets?
Battle Cossack.
Oh.
His actor. Okay, so halfway through the show, he left.
Oh.
Because he got married, apparently. And he got replaced by Kikaider's actor.
I hope he hadn't had retirement.
But he didn't retire. He got married.
No, I'm making the joke that Savage keeps making.
But yeah, so how did they write him out of the show? Fucking murdered.
Whoa.
Like straight up got gunned down. And like the people were trying to... Lane's gonna like this. They're trying to give him his suit. As they're running on the bridge, and he gets just gunned down.
Oh no!
I should see that.
Because he didn't have his suit, died.
Wow.
And
what are you gonna do? Shoot me? And then they did.
like for a little memorial, they have the suit all like folded up with the mask on.
Oh no!
And they're like, we'll remember you. And then the freaking second Battle Cossack just yeet! Takes the suit on his horse, rides off.
I would have loved if they buried him
I'm the ranger
suit.
now!
No, I would have loved if they buried him in the suit, and just the second Battle Cossack's just like, well, time to go grave robbing.
Maybe be super powered in the afterlife.
Look at me. I am the Cossack now.
I'm the comrade now.
I am the Soviet Union now.
I serve the Soviet Union.
I'm the Cossack now.
He's just no longer Battle Cossack, he's Battle Russia.
Oh yeah,
Battle Soviet Union.
Oh yeah, we're making
because the Soviet Union's dead.
No, not that. That's
no.
Is that why they did it?
No, but the Soviet Union didn't die until like 1990.
I know. Did they predict it?
No, but Paul made a funny joke. Oh, Battle Japan, is betraying us. Japan, the only Access Party member in the team, where every other country was part of the Allied forces.
Oh no!
That's some meta World War II jokes.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Oh man, this show!
Oh, found it.
What do we do?
I found...
We just have a time.
Here it is. Okay, last photo for the episode. There's the second Battle Cossack. That's him. Just taking the suit.
No. I swear to fucking God, I've been walking in sometimes when Gar's watching fucking Sentai. All the early Sentais have a guy dressed in a fucking cowboy costume.
Can I
Go Ranger, cowboy costume.
That guy looks more American than Miss America.
I love that Orb says, can you imagine the Sixth Ranger called Battle Germany? Because we were making Battle Nazi.
Yeah, Battle Nazi.
That would totally not fly at the crossover.
Oh my god!
We just have a giant SWAT squad.
No. Battle Canada. He's just Battle Japan, but reversed.
No!
His Zord is a helicopter!
It's a boomerang that's shaped like a swastika.
His Zord is a helicopter with swastika blades!
No.
No one make that! No one fucking No.
It's Battle Canada, where it's Battle Japan, but it's reversed. So it's white gloves with red
Someone
suit
shot
with,
that!
white outlines.
No, then you just turn him into Captain Japan.
No, he just has a maple leaf helmet.
His head looks like a maple leaf. Just change
So
the
it's just
circle
Captain Canuck!
Yeah.
Fuck!
Red Guardian.
Oh,
you know what? Battle Fever J adaptation of Power Rangers. David Harbour is Val Cossack.
I mean, Marvel.
Imagine Stan Lee saw this and he was like,
Superheroes were a mistake.
Miss America.
Give it 2 more seasons. He saw Sun Vulcan and was like, I want to bring this over.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
we already talked about that, but I'm saying, what if you saw Battle Fever J first?
He knew about it.
Oh.
Oh.
Loved it.
He was the head producer of Marvel at the time.
He probably just looked at Miss America and went, yeah.
Where's Battle Nazi?
Oh, God.
I'm Stanley. Excelsior.
So, anyways, if you
Can I be Battle Stanley?
If you want to experience weird choreography, really out of the fucking over the top costumes and spy themed, then Battle Fever J is the Sentai for you.
Oh, Oh, fuck.
Gar said he sounded okay.
It's alright. But like a show overall, yeah, it was
I
alright.
will say I love looking at these old shows because every single one has something for me to just go, what?
Yeah.
That's why I love doing this, just to see your guys react. Because I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Oh, that's
We
neat.
need to watch more X.
But no, like that's finally fully subbed.
Yeah, X is a fucking gold mine, and Cell always says he's willing to come on the show to talk about X.
So X may in fact give it to you.
Guard reacting to classic Tofu. Oh wow, that's really interesting. R reacting to classic Tofu. What?
So,
Why?
So what do we got for our next
My
Sentai
freaking
tribute,
ears!
Gar? Well, Akiel's not here.
Akiya, I am back from my good friends.
Damn it.
Wow, he's so fast.
Shut up, Aki Yellow.
Oh boy, what do we have in for today? Well, for those of you that may not know, April is Metal April, where they talk about the robot non-Super Sentai heroes. But since this is Super Sentai's 45th anniversary, why not make it all Super Sentai?
Okay.
So,
Is it Super April?
no, it's Metal April 3, Rise of the Sentais,
Whatever.
where each week we'll be talking about one Super Sentai show from like the 70s to the 90s that is heavily like technology themed.
Amazing.
Sick compromise.
Exactly. So for
I
the
got
first,
compromise for you. They got robots.
yeah. So for the
Doesn't
first Metal April theme month or theme week, we are going back one more time. We're just gonna dial it back two more years to the year 1977. Go Ranger just ended. Toei Spider-Man wasn't a thing yet. This show wasn't a thing yet. But we're talking about what is the shortest Super Sentai series aside from Akiba Ranger. And that is Jekka Dendeki Tai episodes 1, 23, and 27. So we get to see the origins, the guy that saved the show for the last 12 episodes, and Nazis.
But before that, Chikai Nino Sentai Castranger. So
Ranger.
Before we go deep into the madness of Metal April,
we have one more week of March left, and we are going to be watching episode 6 of Tokusatsu Kagaga.
Yay! And from what I saw of the preview, oh, it's gonna be so bad.
wait, episode.
Like, in terms of, like, no, bad in terms of, like, because of Kana's mother.
No.
Things happen.
Oh God. Akiel, please, I'm not ready for this. No, this is all you. I don't handle non-Super Sentai things. Akiel, please don't leave me. No, I'm gone.
Yeah, Yellow.
Just
Seven,
He's
don't worry.
gone.
When I finally get them to cave and do an anime month, I'll make sure Pre-Fear is on there.
I feel oh.
And Bakugan.
Liz!
Can we go back to the beach episode?
Yes.
No, I want to go back
Beach
to the scene of the
episode.
fucking bar. It's from
I
that
don't, I
customer.
don't know if I want to see the Castranger Beach episode.
Oh God, you don't want that.
My eyes. My eyes. Schwab it now.
Thank you all for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell, being awesome, dropping us likes, do all the things. Hashtag comments for Lane.
Woo!
As
Ramen
I'm
for King.
Gar's sanitizing his hands.
Make sure you
It's
wash.
dirty.
Make sure you wash your hands. Gargle your mouths.
Gargle that like button.
I'm not making an actual. I'm not making an actual joke. Make sure you wash your mouth.
hands, gargle your bowl.
Tickle my balls.
Or is it wash your
Like
balls
and
and
subscribe.
gargle your hands? Whichever.
I can do both.
First one, then the other.
At the same time.
That's a neat trick.
Ugh.
So, as always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.powerbean.com, and from there you can find our Facebook page where I post thumbnails, our Twitter account, our merch store, which I promise I will update soon. I'm just
Don't
trying
cast your
to
shirt when.
I will totally do that. I just get distracted easy. Final Fantasy 14 has my soul! There, I said it!
Yeah, it does.
Ichi, how much is your soul? I'll buy it back for you.
Oh,
$15.99 a month! It's more like 13.
So yeah, Blaze,
I'm
I'm
a quarter of the way there. I give you guys $5 a month.
Yeah, no, if you give us $16 a month on Patreon, then you owe Ichi Soul.
I expect some good primal fights. What else was I gonna say?
Ichi, if I own your soul, will you become my stand?
I don't think you want Ichi as your stand.
I need an adult.
My stand powers, I'm slightly above average in editing.
Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is, for those, as I mentioned at the start of the episode, since I'm gonna be putting these out on Saturdays, if you're listening to this on the Saturday it came out, make sure to drop us in the comment and tell us that you're one of the premium cast fans.
Oh yeah.
And aside from that, we will see you next week.
Bye, everybody!
I gotta go find Akiello. He ran off.
He's gone.
Don't find Akiello. He's not worth it.
Yes, he is. I love him.
But Daddy, I love him.
Goodbye.